Oh, by the way, I did streamer mode and I turned
Chat off.
my chat off,
That's great.
and it's
A different game.
revolutionized the experience.
It is
Yeah.
completely revolutionary, 100%. Because he's going for what we said, a gank when his camps are up, right? He is messing up his tempo completely. You can see that. And how we can abuse that, we can do 1, 2, and then camp mirror into 3, because we know he's gonna go here, right? He doesn't have time. He does not have time right now to recall, go 1, 2, and then catch us on 3. It's impossible. We've already killed our Gromp. We can even do Wolves as well and go here. So that's number one way we can punish this guy not having the fundamentals of the regular tempo and spare tempo fundamental, right? This is the first way we can punish it. The second way we can punish it, because remember, we have him downloaded. If you don't know who I am, my name is Coach Leo. I am a ex-pro player and challenger jungler, and for the past year, I've been helping hundreds of players just like you achieve their rank goals. If reaching your potential is something you are interested in, head on over to junglegap.gg for more information. Yeah, so the things in the early game that I really want to look for is the concepts which are your tempo, which have to do with how fast you clear and then how you use your tempo after a clear. And also if you're being back on the Gromp unless something else is happening. Those are the main things we're looking at. Just for the early game, tempo.
Yeah.
And then we talk about, I don't know if you've heard me talk about the regular tempo and the spare tempo, something else we're going to be looking at.
And so I understand it correctly. Regular tempo is when you're farming your jungle.
Camps are up. Yep.
And spare tempo is what you have when your camps are down.
Perfect. Yeah. And only in the regular tempo when camps are up should we ever go for a gank if we know we have information. Oh, the wave is pushed up. Oh, Twitch has no flash. Oh, this, that, and the other that make the gank high percentage, meaning
more certain.
Exactly. Yeah. Because otherwise, you would never want to like go to red here and just gank bot to burn Leona's flash. It just wouldn't be worth it overtaking your Krugs. And nothing's happening yet, so your decision right now to go for the Krugs is completely fine. Like this just happens randomly, right? There's not much you can do about it. You should always just finish the camp here and then just go see how you can do after. So you made the correct decision here by just finishing the camps. Spare tempo time. Enemy bot backs off. Perfect. Your tempo is good this game. Your clear is good. You're on scuttle when it spawns. More spare tempo time. We're using it. Gank mid. Good. I don't mind. I don't mind trading the flash here for this guy. I don't mind it at all. So what you do next is important, right? Where do we think the enemy jungle is right now? Just for the sake of what we've done so far, where do we think the enemy jungle is?
I think that he's either on this top crab.
Yep.
Or he is in, I think he's on the top crab.
Perfect, yeah. Because like process of elimination, right? He's not here. He wasn't at the bot situation. There was fighting here. Like he has to be, educated guess, he has to be here. And so once you confirm something, I do think this is, because you're already doing the first steps, I'm going to give you like level 2. So level 2 is tracking enemy jungle. And this is very, very important because even in, I even think in iron or silver or bronze, whatever. Yeah, pings work a little bit less. Okay. But the thing is that people are a little bit less aware as well. And so once you make that process of elimination, like for example, you finish the crab, I want you to immediately think, where's the enemy jungle? And what I'm getting to is like, okay, we know that we're not going to try and like cross the top because it's most likely gone. And in doing that as well, we're going to say, we're going to do some pings. We're going to communicate to our team like, hey, we see Armando here, right? Let's just do like some danger pings like this. Let's just do like danger here and then danger on his head. The pings are kind of important how you do them. It's like, he's here, ping, ping, and that's it. You just warn this guy, you're protecting your lanes. You're trying to prevent the Nocturne from getting something for free.
Okay.
What I've seen a lot is like pings, just like one danger ping here, ping on them. You don't need to spam ping them, just ping one danger ping, 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 like this.
Okay.
Pinging is a very, very good tool. Like turn the chat off. We don't need the chat, but pings are good.
Oh, by the way.
Yep.
I did streamer mode and I turned
chat off.
My chat off.
That's great.
And it's like
a different game. It is completely revolutionary, 100%. Oh, the Yasuo ended up dying here. Okay, so perfect. So once this happens, right? Let's talk about the tempo and the spare tempo here. Like, what should be your next move here? Instantly knowing that this guy is topside.
I go back, I buy, and then I go back top.
Perfect.
That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Perfect. Yep. Absolutely perfect. If this guy can live, that's really good. What you did here, like 99% of players, I think, on the diamond will not have done. So that was very good.
What do you mean, going back?
Backing and not getting distracted by this. What I'm talking about is you not canceling your recall here.
Yeah.
Like, this is good because, okay, Yon, just leave. I don't want to mess around trying to kill this guy. We can't kill him. He's just gonna, I mean, it depends, of course. If he runs into tower, sure. But okay, so good. Great first round. From that first round, what advantages do we have right now? Perfect pings here.
Yeah. So I know he has no flash.
Yep.
Essentially, it's the same timing as my flash.
Yep. So that's what we're looking.
True advantage. Yeah.
Yes. That's what we're looking for in this round. So I like. Okay, let's see this decision here.
He showed bottom.
Yep, and he's
so I was
clear.
Like, oh, I'm gonna check the top.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah, because what you're doing right now is actually camp mirroring, which is really good. Were you thinking about camp mirroring here? So what we just talked about like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
He has shown bot.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like it's about the camps, right?
What I thought, it wasn't that deep.
Okay.
What I saw was he was bot, and I was like, I'm gonna take his top.
Right. You just run it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You saw him somewhere, so we're gonna try and just take the opposite.
Yeah.
Because this, like I said, this was really good. But now we know, right? We implement this. So where this all stems from is also back here. It stems from you, again, right? Same thing, confirming what he's an educated guess, right? Okay, right now we have an educated guess that he is on the top scuttle, correct? Right?
Yeah.
Well, after we do this, okay, where is Nocturne? He's top scuttle. Okay. So then we're recalling now. We think he's okay. This 100% confirms what he did, right? So what I want you to think here is I want you to download as soon as he shows here with his red buff, right? I want you to download his path. What does downloading his path mean? It means what did Nocturne do? You can check his CS as well, right? 28 CS. Every camp is 4 CS. So yeah, you know where I'm going with this, right? We confirm, as I said just before.
He started bot.
He started bot, exactly.
He cleared top.
Exactly. So now it's like opposites, right? And because you have your camp spawns, you have his camp spawns too. So then you can see where this is getting to. It's not just a guess anymore of going into his jungle, right? It's actually that this little yellow dot here on the minimap, you see this yellow dot?
Yeah.
You actually know that's his Raptor camp. Or about. He's cleared a little bit slower than you. The next thing I want to ask is, where do you think Nocturne, or what do you think he'll do after this? Let's think about this, right? He's ganking bot. What do you think he'll do?
If he plays, I think that if he plays properly,
right?
He bases,
educated guess again, yeah.
If he bases, he comes back, he clears bot and looks for the dragon.
I only want one piece of information here, okay? We won't go too far into the future, which is like play dragon. I want you just to know that he's probably going back to his first spawning camp.
Yes.
However, because he's tempo, but we just talked about the tempo fundamental, right? Because he's going for what we said, a gank when his camps are up, right? He is messing up his tempo completely. You can see that. And how we can abuse that, 2 ways we can abuse that because he did this move. 2 ways. We can do 1, 2, and then camp mirror into 3 because we know he's going to go here, right? He doesn't have time. He does not have time right now to recall, go 1, 2, and then catch us on 3. It's impossible. We've already killed our Gromp, but you can even do wolves as well and go here. So that's number 1 way we can punish this guy not having the fundamentals of the regular tempo and spare tempo fundamental, right? This is the first way we can punish it. The second way we can punish it, because remember, we have him downloaded. He's going to do, again, on his next clear, he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do you think we'll be? Let's say he clears up like this and we clear just down like this. Where do you think we'll be once he's on 3 or 4?
I'll be on my 4.
Well, you'll be ahead of him, right? By a lot.
Okay. So
right, yeah. On 3, you'll be like finished 4 probably. Let's just say that. Yep. You see where this is going?
Gank bot or go dragon.
Perfect. So 2 ways we can punish him, messing up his tempo.
Ah, I see.
Yep. 2 ways.
It's becoming more 3-dimensional to me. Okay.
And where does this all stem from that's so important? It's about downloading his path. It's about confirming what's he doing. I mean, this is why I stress so much about like level 1 ward as well, right? Like we need to know what he did. It's going to give us so much information and so much...
Yeah.
It's going to give us so much information to actually make non-guessing decisions, right? You're guessing here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he...
So,
yeah.
Let me ask you this. Say that I go up like I'm doing now and I stay, his raptors spawn.
Yep.
Me taking this camp from him.
Yep.
How detrimental is that to him? Like, is that like a...
It's a small win.
It's not...
Yeah, it's not going to win. It's not going to win you the game, but it's a small win. But it's not anything that's really messing up your... Like, some people ask me, oh, like, is this better than just clearing my camps down again and kind of valuing camp levels and valuing the camp cycle. And I would say, like, the thing is though, if you take this, so let's just go back one more time. Like, if you are taking like this, right? Let's just talk about cycling. 1, 2, 3. What's going to happen is you're going to cross, then go to your 4, right? And then go to 5, which is Krugs. Your next cycle is just going to be that again. It's just a new cycle, right?
Right.
When you do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spare tempo dragon, this base back to number, 1, 2. It's going to just be this again. Yeah. And then it's going to be this again. And you're just going to have his, the thing is that Raptor is a small win right now. But the thing is, you have his timer now. Right? He doesn't know when it's spawning. He doesn't know when exactly you took it. You have his exact timer. You know it's after you know when your wolves are spawning, hey, his raptors are spawning next. Or after your grumpy, his raptors are spawning next. So yes, it's compounding, which actually is huge. Actually, I take it back. It is huge.
Over and over.
Exactly.
And over.
It's huge. Yeah. And it's not like you're having to go from like your Krugs to his Krugs. It's like, it's literally on this like smooth line like this.
Right.
And then this line is your new,
That's the new path.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it like when I've done this in the past and their camp's up and I take the camp, like I don't necessarily think about it as in, I have a new path now. I was just like, that was an opportunity.
That was just one off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think looking at it as a new path, like I will only say the only time it's not worth to counter jungle is what I said before. Like going from Krugs to his Krugs is bad depending on if you can clear like 4 of your camps in the time it takes to marathon run all the way up here to deny him 1 camp, not worth, right?
Right.
If you just ganked bot, right, and you know his raptors are up right now, it's not really worth to run all the way here like this if you can just base and then just clear.
Right.
So I mean, there is more. Yeah, it's not worth to marathon run, but like this is just too nice, right? It's not too much zigzagging. The same way you don't want to go from like your Gromp to his Gromp to your wolves to his. You don't want to be doing this.
Right.
Then it's not really as worth. Okay. So yeah, main thing though is TLDR. Download his path, camp mirror, punish his mistake on his. He was on his regular tempo, right? If he actually had that fundamental, he would actually be here when you get that, right? Same way you're kind of on your raptors as they spawn as well.
Well, I would have been if I didn't check.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So you're just punishing him. You know, in some cases as well, right? There's going to be some cases where also like after this you can go to here, but I think this is worse because unless there is more to do here, you're kind of you're stuck too far from anything else.
Well, it's like if you do that, you got a base.
You got a base, exactly. Exactly, yeah. So the whole raptor to raptor thing is very nice. And you're also cross ganking mid. He was also part of him not having flash. It all ties up very, very nicely. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's just say we choose option 2 here. Let's untick the map. Where do you think he's going to be? I mean, he could be anywhere, of course. There's always a possibility.
He's top side.
Should be top side. It's like, this is why I'm saying educated guess as well. Because like, obviously he could be just ganking bot right now. Like it's going to be more chaotic, especially in low elo. Oh, he just started doing his bot side because his tempo was so bad. Look here, his tempo, because he's still staying here, right? Like he's still here even when you're here. And let's just watch this guy's tempo to learn something from it. We know then now he's going to his, he got a bit confused, but he's going to his, I mean, some cases, some people tempo are going to be so bad where they go straight to their raptors, but
he's like so far behind.
Exactly. Yeah. And you have to remember if he does this, right? Let's just say he decides that he wants to just do this camp and then this camp. He's also doing another error here, okay? By him doing this and then this, he's almost forced, or he's almost positioning himself to either gank bot or force the dragon, right? Like, yeah, he could do Gromp and then just go back here. But what you have to realize is that he has to go back to his top side eventually. And him forcing dragon right now is obviously not a very good idea, right? Because dragon counts as an enemy champion. Starting dragons in general, unless you have a very big advantage, is bad. So he's kind of setting himself up badly here, unless he just finds something, like on the bot gank, or unless he sneaks the dragon somehow without you checking it. So right now in our minds, let's just talk about from our perspective. We're clearing to bot. We know he has to eventually clear to top. So, okay, we think he's spelling to top right here, right? So that's fine. We're thinking about, okay, how can we, okay, but then he shows. You see how I know that he needs to do one of these two things, right? Off this. Now you know his top side 100% up. And now you know he can't stay bot forever. Whereas you kind of can, right? Because you've cleared all your caps. You can stay bot until your Gromp starts spawning again, whereas technically he could, but it's going to set him behind. So great. Let's think about that information that we just said. Okay, we know now. I mean, he could stay around still. Okay. I don't like this dragon very much. What did I just say about dragons?
You shouldn't take it unless you have a really big advantage.
Yeah, because it's 4v5. Dragon counts as 5. Technically, if everyone moves here, right? If everyone contests. So this is going to be the next biggest point. We know that Nocturne kind of has to go back to topside, but even if he doesn't, right? You know that you're just winning out in this situation. Like, you guys having a stare off here at each other, you're winning out. Because you've cleared all your camps. And even if you say, well, he's staying around, he's sacking himself, again, that's going to compound again. Okay, you're still going to recall here. You're still going to go to your topside camps, but he just hasn't done his topside camps, right? And you're just 2 camps ahead. So doing the dragon here is like giving him a way out of his errors. Do you see that? Because he can stay here now. He actually has something to play for here now.
Oh, I see.
Right?
If I don't, so I see.
If you just ward the dragon and do nothing and recall, he is again, okay, what are you going to do, Nocturne? Are you going to recall and go to your topside camps? Or are you going to start? So let's just put ourselves in that, before we even watch this, let's put ourselves in that situation. You just ward the dragon, or even this ward is good enough. You ward the dragon. This is why I'm so big on warding dragons as well, because it's kind of a bait, especially early game. It's OP. So let's say you just ward the dragon and then you recall and you go to your blue. As you're running to your blue here, you can always just come and kill him here if he starts it.
Correct.
Because you have a ward on it.
I see.
Right. So
you're basically
you're
almost putting him in a dilemma.
Yep.
Where he has to, the 2 choices he has
both
are not great.
Are not great, yeah. Because he's already made the mistake. Like, obviously the correct choice for Nocturne is just to run to his top side here.
Right.
But you're already going to be in terms of your camp cycling and your power level, you're going to be 6 first. Now on the next clear, on the next round, you're just up 2 camps of XP, which is level 6, which is gold for items, which does maybe change the outcome of like a bot skirmish. But still, even if you recalled here and full cleared again, same thing again, we need a big enough reason to start this dragon. And so let's go through the dragon now. That all makes sense, right?
So my reasoning for starting this was there was just a skirmish bot. They were low.
Yep.
And I was like, they're not going to be able to contest this because they're low.
Yep.
That's what I thought. But I didn't also think of dragon as a 5th.
Good.
Another enemy player.
That's good. That's just a learning, because obviously your bot lane's low as well. So like, if we actually if we actually just see everything, right? Actually, how low was the 80 carry? Here. Okay. So we untick everything. We'll untick everything back here just so we know Twitch's health.
It's even.
It's even, exactly.
And then I'm adding.
You're adding a dragon.
Adding in a dragon.
So yeah, the learning point is here. It's even. You're level 5. He's level 5, right? You're still ahead. I think your XP is like you're about to hit 6. Yeah, like you're about to hit 6. I think he got like some XP from lane or something. But you're ahead. I think your Gromp is going to spawn in about 15 to 30 seconds as well. All you got to do here is drop a pink or a trinket on the dragon. If you don't have any of them, just base. Okay, he takes dragon. You see dragon has been slain. You go take his topside camps.
Right. Okay. So the tempo is a greater priority.
The tempo is it's the same thing again. Like, you have spare tempo here. So what you're doing is fine. What you should do with that spare tempo right now is what I just talked about. You're sweeping in here, you're clicking this, you're getting rid of that vision. You're playing a vision game, but you're not committing to the dragon because the dragon is like a throw play. Unless these guys are dead here or something, or you, again, let's say your bot lane was full HP here. That's a big enough advantage. Yeah, you can do dragon now. You can force it. Because you know that highly likely in 100 games, you're going to get this dragon or kill them. Maybe 10 games, people lose their minds. Maybe your team doesn't, come to the dragon or whatever. Sure. But your job here until your top side camp spawn, and remember, there are still Scuttle and blue buff spawning. So all your job here is to do, run in here, sweep, hit. Maybe sweep here, drop your pink ward if you have one, base. That's it.
Got it.
That's your job, done. Some cases here with your spare tempo, you can help lanes push out. So like if their lane is, let's say it's like frozen here, right? Like because this lane crashed. I don't know how much minion minion wave knowledge you have.
I don't know a lot about
yeah.
that.
I mean, I don't think it matters too much yet. I'm just putting out examples of regular spare tempo time, clearing vision, putting down vision, helping waves push out, just doing a gank just to burn some sums. Okay, maybe the gank leads to a kill. That's what you're looking to do with your spare tempo. Sometimes it will be dragon, but it needs to. Okay, yeah, big enough
But
advantage.
if it only dragon, if it's a massive advantage.
So let's watch now. We do actually heal from this plant, which is great. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna say here, okay, which has to do with it as well. So whenever you do a dragon, first thing is to pull it out. Why do you think that is? Why do you want to pull the dragon to this point instead of this point?
Probably so you can run away easier.
It is partly the reason, but this goes to my next thing, which is whenever you do a dragon, same thing about the reason why we want a big enough advantage. For example, let's say your bot lane was full HP here. The reason for that is, again, because you're putting the enemy in a losing situation. Hey, we're going to take this dragon. If you come and try and fight us, we're actually going to kill you instead.
Oh,
so the point is not to just take the dragon and finish it in their faces. If someone walks in here or walks in here, I know that this is a little bit harder, which is another reason why I don't like taking the dragon has to be so secure, especially in lower elo, is because normally a Nautilus will hook like this. And because the dragon is pulled out, he has a better angle to hook things and hit the dragon. Does that make sense? But look here.
Yes.
Look here. If Nautilus is hitting this dragon, which he should never be, but it is whatever, how's he going to hook someone now? Wouldn't it be better if he could be standing here or here?
Step back out. Yeah.
Yeah. So the second thing is we're losing some vision here as well. So if you pull the dragon out here, we get to have vision here and here. Okay. So yeah, fundamentally, we pull dragon out. Dragon is a come fight me tool. It's a I'm going to take this dragon, or you're going to try and fight me, and like, because I have a big enough advantage, I'm going to kill you.
Right.
Win-win.
I see. So dragon is like, you have to come fight me.
They don't have to. If they choose to, they'll die. You have to come fight if you want to stop us from taking the dragon. Exactly.
You need to come fight. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see.
That's the macro.
It's a way to force a fight.
It's a way to force the fight because you have an advantage, and if they don't fight, you get a small advantage.
I see.
Or a dragon advantage, which is not small, but it is like small in the grand scheme of things. So look, your team's trying to turn now, right? But the thing is, the advantage is just not that big. Like, you can't just... Like, your team is trying to turn, but now because you didn't pull the dragon out, he's too far. So remember, when you pull the dragon out here and he takes this hook here, you also should be turning with your Q. You shouldn't be using, like, your Q for the dragon. Now, you're going to obviously use, like, your E and W for the dragon. But, you know, you can QW on someone, and then everyone should be turning. Yeah. I'm going to say again, in low elo, this is much harder just because, I mean, it is relative, right? Both teams are bad, or both teams don't know exactly the macro of it. But usually this kind of chaos, and just because the dragon is hitting you guys, even though you're not really losing much health, it's always going to be kind of favored towards the enemy. And in this, okay, so in this case, like the enemy bot lane doesn't come here, but I want you to always think like, what if they do?
Yeah.
So the dragon.
This is why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
I die here. So yeah, I remember this now.
Yeah. So I just want you to keep in mind, like, if they do randomly stay and your Xayah just leaves, it's like a game losing play. Or not a game losing play, but you lose a lot of your agency and what you've done well in the game so far.
Right.
Because that can happen, right? That's probably happened to you before.
Yeah, it takes you backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. You're because dragon is such a big investment of time, it's so critical that you don't do like these kinds of dragons. Grubs is a different story because grubs have 3 health bars, right? Instead of dragon, which has 1 big health bar. So you have to commit all this time here, and you could still get stopped right here, right before you smite. But with grubs, you can kind of just like take it, smite it, and run away.
Right. I see what you're saying.
So different in objectives, you can kind of be a little bit more relaxed. You can always kind of do grubs. So we fight it. It's all good though. I actually like this kind of death is not something I'm gonna be like, oh, like, you know. Everything else we've discussed is kind of more important. I think the only takeaway from this is just like, yeah, I mean, it is thinking about the enemy bot lane's tempo, but you had the killer, you had your prey was set.
Yeah.
I don't mind this. It's just like one of those silly mistakes, which is like, okay, I couldn't actually kill him. It's a learning experience. We'll just leave it at that. But this death still, obviously it's a bad death. The death would have been 10 times worse if you had all your camps alive right now.
Yeah.
Because when your camps are down, you're still technically, your income and your resource is still happening. You know,
Right.
I think now, yeah, I mean, even still, right, the tempo is a little bit different. If you hadn't died there, you probably would be already taking the grubs, right? You're basically behind like in two camps, which again, the regular tempo, spare tempo thing is one of the best core principles in League, in jungle. So when you're pathing out a base here, right, I don't mind that even we're not sure where the Nocturne is, but this goes back to the fundamental, which is you want to farm camps from back to front. So what I mean by that is we think that, well, we know the grubs are spawning, and we also see Scuttle is up here. So let me turn the map on. So both junglers are making a mistake here. Both junglers are doing camps first when we should be going to the thing that's neutral first. The reason for this is because if you work back to front, let's just say you take like one grub, or let's even say we're just talking about Scuttle here. If you do Scuttle, then Blue, then Gromp, then Wolves, you're gonna get more gold because it's like, let's just draw some lines here about where everything is. If we take line number 1 first, okay, we'll call this line number 1. Which one is more dangerous to contest? Line number 3 or line number 1? Like in terms of like which one will you most likely get? Like which one's higher probability that is secured for you?
1.
Line number 1 is ours already. So we want to actually work from back to front. So if Nocturne shows bot right now, let's just say, we want to work from this camp to this camp to this camp to this camp to this camp. We want to work backwards. Okay. And if you had gone first to the grub, like it's not a big deal if you run here and let's say Scuttle is gone. It's not a big deal. You just turn around and you just come to. But you should be looking for like a max win. You want to try and maximize as much farm as you can and have an abundance over like, oh, I want these camps to cycle. Like you shouldn't really be thinking like that at this point. So back to front. We want to do like the grubs first, take all the grubs, then take this. And then the last thing about, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And so the last thing about this, I'm not sure if you've ever heard me talk about the weak side, strong side camps, right?
I have.
Good. Weak side camps, right? Strong side camps. So basically all that happens here is if you do these two camps, like the grubs and the Scuttle, and now your strong side camp starts spawning, right? What you'll just do instead is, okay, well, if Nocturne's not here, what is he most likely doing? He's probably like pathing into bot side, right? Educated guess again. Because if he's not somewhere, he has to be on the other side. This is how you should generally think. If he's not doing this, he's probably doing something else. So once these camps spawn, right, we want to just cross straight here because we know these are safe. Exactly. Yeah. Generally, obviously your camps are spawning faster here, but generally you always want to be on time for your strong side camps because what happens if Nocturne takes your strong side camps while you're taking, let's say you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he does 1, 2, 3, and then he comes in and just looks for your camps. What happens if you do all of these camps? Too much time, right?
Yeah.
He's going to get your bot side. You're going to walk into a dead bot side. You're going to think, oh, I've got nothing to do now. But since you're already taking the camps on this side and he's not here, it means these are safe. So you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing to do strong side. Okay, then I can just come back up and farm the weak side. The weak side already yours.
You suggest that I do grubs, Scuttle. He doesn't show. I base to
not base. You just run straight there.
Just run straight.
Because you're already fresh out of base, right? You just do 1, 2. Once these camps are spawning, it depends also if you have wards. Okay, so if you have wards, you can be a bit greedy. For example, if you have like a pink ward here, right, and like you have if you have this entrance covered, you can be really greedy and do this. Why? Because if he ever steps into that ward and running into your jungle, you just say, oh, after blue, I just run straight to him and I match him. If you don't have any vision, yeah, you can't take that risk. You can't say, oh, let's just hope he doesn't take them. Because if he takes them, it's really bad because then he's in position again to be the one to, you know, impact or influence the bot lane, which is the lane that we say is the most important lane, right?
Yes.
So that's another reason why if you have a lot of time to do stuff on the weak side, these become your weak side camps, is how you can think about it.
I see. The
grubs and the Scuttle. And you want to again do them first. Gives you more options. Gives you more gold. One last scenario. Let's just say like your mid is just getting absolutely owned, your top's getting owned. Yeah, then you just go like, oh, whatever. I just do my camps, right? And then most likely you're actually looking to trade here. So after you do like 1, 2, 3 and you come this way, oh, grubs have been slain. guess what I'm about to say? You're going to try and do what Nocturne said. Yeah. You're going to try and trade like his bot side. And then he should be what we just discussed, talking about the same thing, fundamentals. He should also be trying to get back here. Because if he then does this and then does his camps, you're just going to have a field day here, and then you're going to be impacting the bot matchup. So lots that we've discussed here. We'll kind of wrap it up here. We'll just play out the rest of this bot.